Hello everyone, this is Mumbo here, welcome back, and today is episode 5 of Quick and Easy, and in this episode we are going to be taking a look at a bunch of ways to light up that pretty little base of yours using fire. Now this is more aimed towards the pyromaniacs amongst you. I know you're there because there's certain people in this world that just love setting fire to everything that they see, and when you just start doing that kind of thing, it gets a little bit out of control quite quickly. So what I thought I'd do is design a bunch of mechanisms that do it in a controlled manner so you're not going to burn down your whole house and everyone's happy. Now we're going to be taking a look at 3 different designs in today's episode, so without further ado, let's crack straight on. Now the first design that we're going to be taking a look at in this episode is what I like to call the simple fire strip lighting. So you see here when we flick this lever, all of our fires turn on, they look very nice and they provide a very good light source. Then when we flick the lever once more, the blocks close up, it shuts off the fire, and you get this little indent. Now that is a little bit frustrating. I would prefer it if it was flush with the wall. However, I don't think it looks that bad and you could use it as a piece of detail in your base. So you want to get things started with a 3 deep area. The length of it is up to you because it is an infinitely expandable design. So anyway, you want to place a line of netherrack going along like this for the full length of your thing, and then place a line of sticky pistons for as long as your netherrack is going for, and then blocks on the faces of those, and then go a couple up like this. Place dispensers facing downwards into your netherrack, which are of course going to dispense the flint and steel, which will light your flame. Then on top of all of these dispensers, you want to place redstone dust and redstone torches on the back of each of those, and you should see, if you are doing this correctly, that your pistons will then extend, and when we place this lever here, then that will toggle that. So all we have to do now is place flint and steels inside of those dispensers there. Just get one in each one like that, and then when we flick our lever, you'll see the fire comes on, and when we flick it again, these blocks push it out. Now this second design, albeit a little bit more expensive and complicated, is probably my favourite. I like to call it the Up Campfire, and we'll see here when we flick this lever, the fire comes on, and then when we flick it again, the fire turns off. Now the way that this works is a dispenser will fire a fire charge right on through the netherrack and it will ignite the top. Now unfortunately it only works with fire charges and not with flint and steel, which means this one is a little bit more expensive to use. However, I think it looks really cool, so I don't mind. So to build this one, you're going to want to start off with a 3 deep area. Once again, the width of it is up to you. However, you have to remember the pistons can only push 12 blocks. But anyway, you just want to go into this corner and place a piston, and then go over into this corner as well and place another piston. Then you just want to place a block there and carry them out all the way over to this piston, find the middle block and just place some netherrack right there. Then you just want to place a dispenser facing upwards with a repeater running into that, a block here and a redstone torch on either side. Then you want to head on round the back and go right up against these torches and place 2 droppers on either side with 1 item in. That can be any old item, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to be using diamonds because I'm rich. And then you just want to place hoppers running into each of those droppers, take a comparator output from either side, and then you want to run redstone dust into a block that should be right underneath this piston. If you've done it a different size to this, then that'll be in a different place. But from this side, you then want to place a repeater, set it to 4 ticks, and then a repeater set to 2. And there we go. Then you just want to put all of your fire charges into that dispenser, and you're done. Obviously, this block back here is your input block, so let's give it a quick test run. You just flick this lever, our fire comes on, and then when you flick it back, you can see it resets the flame. Now you can change up these repeater timings to get a slightly faster pulse, but in all honesty, it doesn't really matter. The final design that we're going to be taking a look at in today's episode is a little bit on the odd side. It's also quite expensive and fairly pointless. However, I really like the way that this looks. I call it the fire pit, and you will see why in a couple of seconds. So we flick this lever here and you'll see our fire comes on, and then when we flick the lever again, the fire gets put out by the water streams, which is quite nice. Now the water does take a while to go away, but once it's gone, you can just repeat the same process, flick the lever and the fire comes on. Now unfortunately, I'm not going to be doing a tutorial on this specific design simply because there are quite a lot of variables, how you're going to build it, where you're going to place it, and it's just, I don't know, I don't see the point in doing it. It's also got a bunch of redstone up at the top here, which looks pretty ugly from whatever angle you look at it, which is a bit of a shame. However, if you are building this in a cave, then I suppose it will look fairly good. Now if you think I'm wrong with all of that and definitely want to build it for yourself, then there is a world download in the description below, and if you do really want a tutorial, then please spam it down in the comment section below and I will get to work pronto. But as far as I'm concerned, that is the end of today's video, folks, so if you enjoyed it, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.